Hi Trish, good morning. So yeah, I'm just doing this monthly report for you so that you can actually better understand the concept of what needs to be improved for the clinic, right? So let me start off with your Facebook page. So this is the general overview of your Facebook page. We've been constantly doing postings, but we need more consistency to it. So I want to take you directly to the insights page. Now, if you want to look at it, I know that you have access to it, and I'll explain the details of it as much as I can. Okay. So I just want to discuss the page summary within the last month. So the actions on the page basically are um, they are connections that you've made based out of the postings that we did. Okay, page views, pretty much people who seen our posting outreach and click to look at your page for Facebook. Page previews, it's basically the same thing with page views. They just basically look at it on the general search tab. That's the only difference. They didn't go directly to the page. Okay, page likes, of course. Now, what's more important for us, since that we're only using Facebook as a form of advertising, right, is the post reach. Now, from July 28 to August 24, we've reached approximately 7,000 people in Edmonton. Now, this doesn't technically convert to customers, right? That's what I've said. There's a good chance that only a couple of percent of this becomes a customer. Okay. You have two recommendations from your current customers. Post engagements, meaning to say people who actually commented, or shared the information of your posts reach 183 people. Videos, well, that's the cover video that we created, has 27 views on it, and you had two new page followers. Okay, now the two new page followers, they're just basically there to do or to look at your postings. That's pretty much it. Okay, so I want to divert your attention to the postings. Okay, this is what I've said um, before. Facebook, the way we're handling Facebook right now is just basically for advertising and nothing else. So the most important thing that we want to do is the most important thing that we need to look at is the reach. So for every single posting that we have, we need to reach approximately a higher amount of people that will look at the posting, okay, understand what's the content of the posting, and if it relates to them, they could potentially become a customer. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so our target value on this one for the post reach is approximately 1,000 to 6,000, depending on the content. Okay, depending on the content, meaning to say, if the content says regarding sitting, okay, sitting for prolonged periods of hours, basically for working class, there were 2,000 people who related to it. Now, the one that says carrying handbags, especially for men and women, reached 6,700. So it just depends on relation, right, of how they can relate to the specific post. Now, this is just basically the whole general idea of it. Okay, we advertise on Facebook and then they go to your business. So let me explain how this is now correlated to your Google My Business page. Okay, let me just go ahead and jump on that real quick. Okay, so this is your Google My Business page. Basically the back end of your Google My Business page, right? So right now, this is your performance within the last 28 days for the last month, right? So your page, your Google My Business page or your Google Maps, posting or your Google Maps listing for your business reached 2022 2202 no okay 2220 rather uh, people based out of Edmonton, right? Because we focused everything in Edmonton. The searches, okay, let me explain this first. The search views is 791, okay, meaning the search views is people who actually looked for chiropractor in Edmonton. Approximately, they looked at your page for Google My Business page at there were 791 people who actually did that. Now the map views, when we say map views, those are the people who were browsing through Google My Business page or the Google Map search. It reached 1,430 people. Okay, God, I hope I'm making sense out of it. Okay, so the searches. Okay, when we talk about searches, people that are searching for specific services using Google, right? So when we talk about direct, it explains here that customers who find your listing searching for your business name or address. So business name or address, there are approximately 424 people who search for Chiropractic Plus in Google. Okay. Now, again, this doesn't turn out to be all customers or all new customers, but it could be from old customers who forgot where your clinic is, unlikely, but yeah, or people who just search your business out of curiosity, probably because they were looking for somewhere that's close to them, or probably a clinic that offers something different than what they currently have. So again, these are large numbers, but this doesn't turn out to be all customers. Okay. Now discovery. Okay, when we talk about discovery, customers who find your listing search for a category, product, or service. So most likely this is service. So when we talk about people who searches for it, they're just general increase, like people who search for chiropractors near me. Your page showed up. Once your page showed up, they clicked on it, and that's approximately the reason why you have like 1,200 people who actually viewed Chiropractic Plus on Google My Business page as a chiropractic clinic or a chiropractic provider, right? Okay, so let's talk about activity. So when we talk about activity, it talks about the phone calls, people who viewed your photos, or people who actually asked for directions. Now this is more narrowed down. Now, when we say website visits, this is the chiropracticplus.ca website or your website. We haven't done any form of advertising for it except for the booking section that we incorporated to your Facebook page and to your Google My Business page. Not a lot of them are actually booking. But on the phone calls for the past 28 days, there were people who called the clinic using the Google My Business page. Okay, people who called Chiropractic Plus using the call button on the Google My Business page. There were approximately 63 people who did that. People who viewed your photos, or this one's, okay, so advertising for the photos of your business, they approximately had 1,700, okay, and people who asked for directions for going to the clinic, there were 66 people who did that for the last month. Okay, so this is the general overview of the report, Trish. The thing that we can improve on, or how we can actually advertise, and it's just basically the same thing. We post on Facebook as a form of advertising, since that this is where audiences are. People are constantly on social media. People are constantly on Facebook. And once we start posting advertisings, or not advertisings, but I call it more of information, free information towards the masses who's looking for chiropractic clinics. They would look at your page, they would read, or they would relate to your postings, and once they do, they go now to your or they search you guys up on Google My Business or in Google to ask for directions or go to your website or call your clinic, and that's basically it. Now, these results will always vary every single month. That's what I've said. It's just advertising, so there's no such guaranteed numbers on it, right? Now, the points where we can actually improve on, we all know that we just need consistency, right? So that's gonna be from your end and from my end too. Now, when we talk about consistency, it's just a question of how often do we post. That's what I've said before. We need to target at least a minimum of 2 posts per week. Okay, a minimum of 2 posts per week. I know we've been having difficulty trying to get a hold of videos from Mike, but yeah, those are things that we can actually improve on. Now, those kinds of marketing strategies will help us become more consistent with the numbers of people that we actually reach on a monthly basis. Okay, another thing about um, the LinkedIn networking that I was talking about, or the LinkedIn advertising. I still haven't conceptualized it or had a clear thought on how to approach it. But yeah, once I have it, I'll inform you. Okay. Another thing that you might want to take into consideration. Now, we all know that you're a service provider. You're a chiropractic clinic, right? The best bet that we had for this to actually attract new customers is just like what everybody wants, a promotion or a discount, right? And we already know based out of your postings and your Facebook page, you actually have people that you're actually reaching around 2,000, 6,000 people every single time you post, right? So in order to attract more people out of it, we can set up a discount or something or an offer that we can actually pitch to them, right? Or a promotion that we can pitch them. Now, I'm not sure how that's gonna affect, the whole chiropractic association BS that we've been dealing with, but yeah, that actually helps. So, if you got any further questions, let's talk about it and let's discuss it. Perhaps we can also brainstorm what we can actually do to improve the business. Okay. All right. Thanks, Trish. Bye.